Movie review number 1453 is Apollo 13. Apollo 13 is a 1995 movie directed by Ron Howard. So this movie has Universal Pictures, and I saw this movie on September 21st, 2025 at AMC West Chester 18 in West Chester, Ohio, for its 30th anniversary. And I saw it in IMAX. Wow. Now, I have seen this movie in school before, but I've never saw it in videos until now, and I thought it was really good. Now, this is based on the true events of the Apollo 13 mission. So, basically, this movie or film took place after Apollo 11 and 12, especially with Apollo 11. Then will Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins make their way to the moon. And now in Apollo 13, we see astronauts Jim Lovell, Fred Hayes, and Jack Siegert, who find everything going according to plan after leaving Earth's orbit. And just like with the Apollo 11 and 12 lunar missions, they are planning to go to the moon. So things seem to be doing good until an oxygen tank explodes and the scheduled moon landing is called off. Houston, we have a problem. That was Tom Hanks' famous line in Apollo 13. Houston, we have a problem. Subsequent tensions within the crew and numerous technical problems threatened both the astronauts' survival and their safe return to Earth. So what starts out as a mission to the moon suddenly turns into a nightmare when the astronauts realize that they cannot get to the moon. They may not be able to make it home. So the astronauts and then the NASA crew and on Earth try to figure out what to do on how to get the astronauts back home safe and sound before it's too late. Because an oxygen tank has exploded, and that means that their oxygen supply is going to run out. So the astronauts and the crew at NASA are trying to figure out what to do, how to get these astronauts back home safe and sound. Wow. Like I said, I've never heard about these events before seeing this movie, but it was pretty interesting to see how the NASA crew were trying to figure out how to get these astronauts home. Now, I will say this is based on true events. I won't say what happens, but it's pretty interesting how the movie goes. And what starts off as a World War II mission that everything went scheduled as planned suddenly turns into a nightmare when an oxygen tank explodes. Now, I won't say how or what happened or how it got exploded, but it does get revealed later on in the movie what exactly happened. But the question is, will these three astronauts make it back home? This was a really good movie, and I believe, after reading some information, this might have been Ron Howard's first movie that was based on true events. Interesting. As I recall, that Ron Howard was skeptical about making movies based on true events, but suddenly changed his mind when he made this movie. And he definitely made other movies based on true events, including the movie that I saw a couple months ago called Eden. Yeah, this was a pretty good movie. So, this movie has Tom Hanks as Commander Jim Lovell, Kevin Bacon as backup command module pilot Jack Siegert, Bill Paxton as lunar model pilot Fred Hayes, and Gary Sinise portrays Prime Command module pilot Ken Mattingly. Now, Ken Mattingly was supposed to go up in the Apollo 13 lunar mission, but due to health issues, he had to step down, and Jack Siegel took his place. We also see Mark Rebo as Apollo 11 Commander Neil Armstrong, Ray Williams as Apollo 11 lunar model pilot Buzz Aldrin, David Andrews as Apollo 12 Commander Pete Conrad, Ben Maury as Apollo 13 backup commander John Young, Brett Cohen portrays capsule communicator or Capcom 1 Andy, and Ned Vaughn portrays Capcom 2. We also see Ed Harris as Right Team Flight Director Gene Kranz, Chris Evans as Director of Flight Crew Operations Steve Slayton, Joe Spano portrays NASA Director um, Mark McClure portrays Brad Team Flight Director Glenn Rooney, Quinn Howard portrays Right Team Electrical, Environmental, and Consumables Manager Cy Wybedot. Ray McKinnon portrays Right Team Flight Dynamics Officer Jerry Boswick. Todd Ruiz portrays Right Team Flight Activities Officer. Gabriel Jarrett portrays Right Team Guidance, Navigation, and Control Systems Engineer. Annie Milder portrays Right Team Guidance Officer. Jim Methersman portrays Right Team Telemetry Electrical EVA Mobility Unit Officer. Dang, that's a long title. Warren Dean portrays John Aaron. Christian Clemison portrays Flight Surgeon Dr. Charles Berry. Carl Gabriel York portrays Simulator 1. Samuel Bulgari portrays Henry Hood. And Kenneth Wright portrays Grumman Representative. While we also see Catherine Quinley as Marilyn Gorwich Rovo, who is Jim's wife, Jean Spiegel Howard, who is actually Ron Howard's mother, as Blanche Rovo, who is Jim's mother, Mary Kate Selhawk portrays Barbara Rovo, who is Jim's older daughter, Max Elliott Sway portrays James or Jay Rovo, who is Jim's older son, Emily Ann Lloyd portrays Susan Rovo, who is Jim's younger daughter, Miko Hughes portrays Jeffrey Lovell, who is Jim's younger son, Rance Howard, who is Ron Howard's father, as the Lovell family minister, Tracy Reynolds portrays Mary Hayes, who is Fred's wife, and Michelle Willow portrays Jane Conrad. And there are also some other cameos that you get to see in this movie, including some of the real life astronauts themselves. I remember this one scene with Jim Lovell's mother and two astronauts who were with her. You might recognize them. But anyway, this movie was pretty good. It is definitely suspenseful, thrilling, and you won't believe what happens. So that's my movie review for Apollo 13. Please enjoy this movie review. Alright, goodbye.